Namaskar and a very warm welcome to all our listeners. You are listening to Jashn-e-Azadi Podcast, brought to you by the Publications Division of Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. And this is episode number 2. I am Anuja and with me is my colleague Shuchita. The Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi recently announced that India will observe August 14th as Partition Horrors Remembrance Day from now. He said that the day will remind us to remove the poison of social divisions, disharmony, and further strengthen the spirit of oneness, social harmony, and human empowerment. Truly, the agony of partition can never be forgotten. As we celebrate 75 years of independence, it is also important to remember the struggles and sacrifices of our people. Millions were displaced and hundreds lost their lives due to mindless hate and violence. Today in this episode, we'll talk about a book which depicts the eyewitness documentation of the aftermath of India's partition. Published by the Publications Division, the book is titled 1947: The Story of Rehabilitation.
The year 1947 witnessed the biggest mass migration in the history of the Indian subcontinent. The British devised a partition plan while leaving the subcontinent, and two newly independent states were created, India and Pakistan. Following this, millions of people were displaced and became refugees. These were the people who crossed over the newly formed boundaries, either by choice or force. To execute this huge task of providing basic amenities like food, clothing, and shelter to these refugees, a separate Ministry of Relief and Rehabilitation was created by the Government of India in September 1947. Several schemes such as the provision of education, employment opportunities, and easy loans to start businesses were made available to the refugees at the All India level. This book contains numerous accounts and stories of hope and determination. The book will take the readers back to those difficult times to understand one of the greatest tragedies that happened in the 20th century. The present generation will know the tales of millions who started their journey of life afresh. The reason to revisit this title more than 50 years after its first publication is both compelling and topical. It is to relook at the past and observe, as it were, the 75 years of independence. The book, as its title gives away, chronicles the heart-wrenching details of events leading to the partition and its aftermath. Roughly spanning 50 early years of the infant Republic of India, the book details how millions got uprooted from their home and hearth of hundreds of years, till their rehabilitation in a newer landscape. The government's measures have been summarized in the book, beginning from the formation of a ministry, that is Ministry of Relief and Rehabilitation, Military Evacuation Organization, endless committees and subcommittees, etc., to how the stranded refugees were evacuated safely and then helping them to find their feet. The very first chapter introduces itself. It reads as follows. This is the story of a ministry of the Government of India. A dull, uninspiring theme, you will exclaim. But it is a richly evocative saga. Here are drama and passion, illimitable human suffering, heroic endeavor, within the confines of what a ministry set out to do and what it accomplished. You find every element of a Greek tragedy. Only everything is multiplied 1,000-fold. You have men whose reason is overthrown, men plunged into the depths of anguish. Impenetrable gloom shrouds the story of their purgatory. But, as in the ancient legends, there is an expiation and the slow return of blessedness. These men are the ingredients of our chronicle.
Thank you, Shuchita. I'm sure the book will take the readers back in time and will help the present generation be more aware and cognizant of the hardships that the people suffered. That's all for this episode of Jashn-e-Azadi Podcast. For our books and journals, you can follow Publications Division on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. You can also log on to www.publicationsdivision.nic.in. This is Anuja and Shuchita signing off. We'll meet you in the next episode. Till then, keep celebrating 𝙏𝙝𝙚 𝙎𝙩𝙤 𝙬𝙧, follow COVID-appropriate behavior, and do take very good care of yourself. Namaskar.